Hey guys, in this tutorial we're gonna can some fish again. However, we're gonna do catfish this time. So we have our chives, we have our dill, we have our rosemary, garlic, green onions, lemon, olive oil. The salt we won't be using just because we brined these instead. If you've watched my previous videos, you know that I like to brine them in a nice salt sugar brine for 8 to 12 hours before doing this, and that way I don't add any salt. So basically all you're going to want to do, I've already got these filleted up nice and neat, but you're just going to want to get them in, just cut them up in manageable chunks, because what you're going to want to do is stuff them in the jar as tightly packed as you possibly can. The goal is to make sure there is as little air space or air pockets in there as possible, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and get all this chopped up, and then I'll show you as we're stuffing in the jar. Now, on our last tutorial, we actually did the ingredients at the bottom, catfish on the top. I wouldn't mind doing that again. However, I won't top it off with the oil. I'm gonna put the oil in first and see if that works out any better. So I'll go ahead and get this started, and I will be right back. Okay guys, we have it all cut up into, nice manageable pieces. And so what we're gonna do is, okay, so on the last one, we did a recipe that called for 1 tablespoon of olive oil. Where this catfish is a fattier fish, we're probably gonna do, to be honest with you, probably gonna do 1 teaspoon of olive oil. You can use any cooking oil. We just prefer, for health reasons, the olive oil. So basically put that in there like that, okay? And then we're gonna put these ingredients, we're gonna put them on top. So let's see here. Actually, you know what? Yeah, we'll go ahead and put them on top. So basically, you just want to get these pieces just as tight in there as you can, because you want to make sure we don't have any air pockets in there, okay? Just pack it in there as tight as we possibly can. These are 1/2 pint jars. It is 100 minutes at 10 pounds of pressure, adjusted for your altitude. That is 100 minutes both on 1/2 pints and pints. So you're gonna want to leave 1 inch of headspace. So I have a little bit more than 1 inch, just simply because I'm gonna add some ingredients on top, okay? And so all you're gonna want to do, you can add a whole garlic, 1/2 clove. On this we're gonna do a little bit of rosemary, okay? Just like that. Normally normally I wouldn't cut up items on the same cutting board as our raw materials, but where they're both going in the pressure canner, top it off with just a slice of lemon, and we'll go ahead and get these cans done, or finished up. When we're actually done with this, we'll wipe the rim with a rag or a paper towel dipped in some vinegar, so that way it breaks off any fat or oils we've got on there. So the other thing that we do want to do is we want to add a 1/2 teaspoon of vinegar, okay? Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and get this stuff packed into these jars, and then we'll show you as we wipe the rims off and get them ready to go into the pressure canner, which is heating up, or not heating up, but staying warm. So anyways, we'll get that done. We'll be right back. Okay, so we have them all set. They're all done. So this one, has dill, green onion, garlic. This one has rosemary, garlic, green onion, or chives, excuse me. This one is the dill and green onion. Anyway, so what we've done on every single one of them, we have 1 teaspoon of olive oil, double it for the pints, but for the half pints, we have a teaspoon of olive oil, 1 clove of garlic, 1 lemon slice, and then, you know, just kind of a couple sprigs or a sprig of dill or the rosemary. And then just, you know, there's really no exact recipe for the green onions or the chives. So we kind of just fill them up. So we did do 1 inch of headspace. This one was the last one, so there wasn't enough to finish it, but we'll go ahead and push out all the air. So if you see these other ones we've made sure all the airspace is gone, okay? If there is airspace, we've pushed it to where it's filled up with the oil, okay? So again, the half pints are 1 teaspoon of olive oil, a clove of garlic, a half a teaspoon of vinegar, and then lemon slice. Anyway, then just kind of whatever else you want. So if you do not brine them, then you'll want to do a teaspoon of pickling salt or Himalayan salt, just a good salt that is not iodized. So anyways, so we have the lids warming up in some water right now. We'll go ahead and put the lids on, or excuse me, actually first, we're gonna go ahead and take our vinegar. Actually, let me get a new rag here. Okay, so we're gonna take our vinegar. We're just gonna wet either a paper towel or a rag, and we're gonna clean every single one of these so that way we don't have any potential issues with them sealing properly. We wanna make sure they seal properly, especially where this catfish is extremely fatty. So if you're not doing a fatty fish, like say bass or something like that, you're gonna wanna top off with water, okay? Okay, so I'll go ahead and get these cleaned off here, and we'll go ahead and get the lids put on and get in the canner and show you what it looks like. Okay, so we've got these on. We've got the rims clean. We just throw them on like that, just finger tight. You don't want to do too tight, you don't want too loose, just finger tight. So now they're ready to go into the canner, the pressure canner, and they're gonna go, so again, half pints and pints go for 100 minutes. They both go for the same time at 10 pounds of pressure adjusted for the altitude. So we're gonna do 100 minutes at 15 pounds of pressure for where we're at on the altitude. So I'll show you once they're in the canner, and then we'll go from there. Okay, so we have the half pints on the bottom, spaced out evenly. None of them are touching each other or the sides. You don't want them to rattle and crack. This is the first time using, I don't even know what it's called, but it allows you to do 2 levels. So I have the half pints on the bottom, the pints on the top. If I have that wrong or upside down, somebody please post in the comments. Again, this is my first time doing the double decker. I'm just trying to cut down on time because I still have 10 quarts of beans to can after this. So anyways, I will get it going. Just remember, when we put the top on, we let it go for about 10 minutes till it has a steady stream of steam going out before we put the weighted gauge on. And then once it gets up to pressure is when we start the timer for 100 minutes. If it ever goes below the pressure, the 10 pounds or 15 pounds for us, you need to bring it back up to pressure and restart the clock. All right, guys, it is all finished. You're gonna wanna let it sit in an area for 24 hours without touching or moving them. Try to get an area that's draft free so these can seal. And then after that time period, just lightly, take the bands off, lightly pull up and make sure they've properly sealed. I don't know if you can see, it's extremely hot, but still actually bubbling. Anyways, but yeah, they turned out good. I mean, look at all the liquid they have in them. They turned out just perfect. So excited to try them. We love to make tuna melts, so I can't wait to try them. While I was waiting for that, we went ahead and canned some pickles. Had a bunch out of the garden, so figured we'd get that done. So anyways, if you guys like this stuff, make sure you subscribe, like the video, and help us out by sharing it. I will probably, not probably, will be doing some different sausage making here in the next couple weeks. So let me know if there's something you guys would like seen canned or made or preserved. We especially like preserving stuff that we've grown here on the homestead, on the farm, or stuff that we've harvested out of the lakes or the mountains. So whether it be fishing or hunting. But anyways, again, we really appreciate you guys' support. We'd love for you to like and subscribe and share, and comment anything you guys would like to know or have us do in the future. Take care, guys.